155 pounds, he is the Red Lion, Chris Battle.
Chris Battle making his way down to the ring here, returning after a lengthy absence. Former Strong Will champion, defeated by Nutrius X months ago. We have not seen him for quite some time. He's getting quite the reaction here today. I'm looking forward to this matchup today as we await the announcement of his opponent.
¿De qué estás hecho? You know.
Sunset Steve Garcia making his way to the ring. So quite the battles here in Coliseum Pro Wrestling. Thank you, Kells, who's pulling double duty today. Ring announcer and color commentary. Bill Thompson, your referee. This should be a rather exciting contest. I don't think I've seen these two battle each other in Coliseum Pro Wrestling before.
Ready to go? You ready to go? You ready to go? Ready. Ring the bell.
There's the ring of the bell. Thank you for our timekeeper, Sunset Steve Garcia. Chris Battle circling each other. Getting ready. The crowd is getting riled up. Kells, welcome back to the booth.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Rick. This is a fantastic night of wrestling. We have a lot of energy in the building tonight. We got a great start. Great first match. Great competitors. I mean, you heard me out there. It's a staggering weight and height difference, but I'd say these guys are veterans and they're competitive, and it's going to be great.
As I was saying before, while you were making the ring introductions, that Chris Battle has not been here at Coliseum for quite some time, probably close to a year after he lost the Strong Will title to Nutrius X. And now he's here tonight taking on Sunset Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia has been battling and making his way through the ranks here at Coliseum. There's a nice side headlock takeover. Battle goes down.
I tell you what, these guys have a little thing called 6 degrees of separation. I tell you, the middle ground between these two is that Strong Will champion, Nutrius X, and that Strong Will championship. That's actually perhaps this evening, if I may say so myself. But if you didn't know, Chris Battle has told me personally that he helped train Sunset Steve Garcia. So this match is a little, I would say, a double-edged sword, a little bittersweet, if I may add.
Chris Battle, one of the best ring technicians in the area in Coliseum Pro Wrestling. This is Garcia.
I think that
headlock seems the case.
No, it's all good. We're about to say something very similar. You bringing up the headlock, they caught on to each other. They recognize that this match needs to slow down a bit. When you're dealing with someone like Sunset Steve, he definitely picks up the pace. He makes himself around the ring, gets there at a very high speed. When your high speed is like a bullet, it's maximum impact. Someone like this, he's a very heavy guy, right? He's also very calculated. So when he comes in and he comes through, he's going to hit you hard. He's going to see where you're coming up next. It's like he almost tried to block that arm drag. He didn't get enough of it out, but
I think he might have been a little bit too in position for that maneuver, but there's a monkey flip and he brought him down there. Short clothesline right there, now going for a cover. I don't think he's going to get Chris Battle that easy. Too soon for the veteran.
Oh no, that wasn't enough. I tell you that. I've seen Chris Battle taken out by much more. So Sunset Steve has his night cut out for him, especially with that big punch.
Absolutely. What an opener this is. Here, Rocky just rams him to the hardest part of the ring. That's nothing but metal and wood right there.
That's not a headache. I don't know what is.
The fans solemnly getting behind Sunset Steve Garcia here, trying to get him back in the action.
For some of you guys watching right now on WON, I'd like to let you know, if you're not aware, that Coliseum Professional Wrestling isn't for the faint of heart. These guys hit hard. These guys are aggressive. And these guys throw each other. Oh!
His throat right across that top rope.
As somebody who's wearing a neck brace, oh my gosh.
I'm telling you right here, we are here at the WON studios here tonight, and it is a packed house. We have an excellent night of professional wrestling ahead of us. Garcia had enough to get out of that, but still struggling with his throat. Excuse me, Kels.
Do you ever see somebody hit their knee and you feel it too?
Oh, yeah.
That's how I felt just then. Oh my gosh.
There's our excellent camera work here.
This battle needed to be careful. He almost had a hair pull. He was twisting the ears of Sunset Steve. I tell you, this guy being a veteran, he knows his way around the ligaments, around the body parts, and how to inflict as much pain as possible. But we have a stacked card this evening, so we're going to see many variations of pain inflicted this evening.
You see it fighting back with a series of chops across the chest on Battle. Has him up against the ropes. Looks reversal. A thunder by Garcia.
This is what you should be afraid of. That's that momentum that I was talking about earlier.
Could have gotten Battle there, but it was too soon. And the knee right across the side of the skull of Sunset Steve Garcia.
If you ever played video games before, I'll tell you this. I like to play wrestling video games, and sometimes there's the impact areas, and I'll tell you right now, Sunset Steve's impact area is his head and is beating red at this moment. This guy's been knocked, slammed, and dropped on his head, and right now that knee did not help him.
Absolutely, man. He's across that middle rope. Here comes, he has raked his back, those nails right across the back of Sunset Steve Garcia. And I'm sure that does not feel good at all.
You know, there's some people you don't want to be in a bar fight against. Because
Exactly. I would not mess with him.
Sober or intoxicated, that's all you know.
He's just wrenching that neck of Sunset Steve Garcia, possibly trying to get him to give up. But I don't know if Garcia will give up. He's got a little bit too much heart. I've never seen him actually submit in a match, however. Huge knee across the face. That neck breaker right there. Garcia gets that left shoulder out of there. He's just taunting Sunset Steve here about how, and it was, if I remember correctly, it was out on social media, on Instagram, that Sunset laid the challenge out to Chris Battle.
I don't know if that was an educated challenge, but I'd say this. Sunset isn't somebody who steers away from a fight. This guy loves a challenge. I mean, he fought his own brother. This guy doesn't play around. He has a touch of arrogance, but he's a pretty nice guy. I'd say this, but he's a competitor nonetheless, and he found himself some competition.
A lot of heart there in Sunset Steve. Now in battle with a reverse chinlock. He's putting all his weight on him, trying to restrict the airways of Sunset Steve Garcia.
But you got to do it smart. See, chokes are illegal, right?
Yes, sir.
Certain variations of chokes anyway, but this one is not. This gets close, but it's no cigar.
Just on the chin enough. And the fans really getting into Sunset Steve Garcia, trying to get him up and running. He had a jawbreaker right there. Big clothesline, Garcia firing back. He's fired up. He's here.
This is when you capitalize. You dig in.
Capitalize exactly. But he's waiting for it to go. And a huge clothesline in the corner. Garcia over again. Oh, underneath. And slams him into the corner buckles. I'm not exactly sure what you call that.
Listen, they don't call this guy Sunset for no reason. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for different variations of Sunset bombs. It's beautiful. It may have been ugly, but I bet you it hurt.
It's a version of the Claymore right there, and he took him. However, Battle was able to get that right shoulder out. I told you it's going to take a little bit more to take out Chris Battle, as he is a very experienced veteran. He's been a ring. You remember these ring wars for a number of years here.
Oh yeah. Well, the fans digging it. Fans want Sunset in this fight. They want him to be the victor. They want them to be his champion, the champion for the evening. But I tell you what, Chris Battle, we have something to say about that.
It looks like he's getting him up for a DDT, or setting him up for a DDT. Variation. Battle is out of it, and a knee to the gut. Setting him up for it. Oh! Right across the knee and neck. Cover. Garcia has enough in him to get out of it.
Hey Chris, I thought it was over too.
Battle is exactly. Battle is detesting that count.
I mean, Thompson is not wrong, and this guy is one of the greatest referees we have in the business today.
He went for that spear, but he went over to the side. Now he's got him in a sleeper hold.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was referring to earlier. There are different variations of chokes that you can't pull off, and Sunset paid for it.
He did. He rammed him head first into that buckle.
Spear.
And he just nailed him with that spear. He looks the leg. It's done. Battle with a successful return here in Coliseum Pro Wrestling. I guess he's here to make a mark on his return. Maybe he's here to go for some gold.
Yes, my man, Patrick.
Thank you, guys. Give a special hand to my special guest tonight. His name is Christian. He came all the way from the hood school.